Alright, Miss Green. It's about time we get started on the next phase of our investigation. You said earlier that one of your employees uncovered some interesting files at the station, correct?
But of course. Elsie is one of the best workers we have at the station. When she's told to get a job done, she gets a job done.
Impressive! I'd like to see what kind of person this Elsie girl is.
Oh my gosh! This is so awesome. It's such a great honor to meet one of my boss's teammates.
So, wait a minute. You're the Elsie Miss Green was bragging about so much?
The one and only Elsie Everest, at your service. My boss already informed me about the files I'm supposed to send you, and I already have them hot and ready.
Hot and ready? Okay. Could you tell me the gist of what they're about?
Absolutely. The files actually summarize all the events that led to the rise of the Mubarak and the Day of Rebirth.
And what about its leader, Khalid Mubarak? The files mention him as well?
Not so fast. All the information you need is all written in the manual. What's the point of having me explain the files when all it's going to do is spoil everything?
That was a deliberate attempt to break the fourth wall, wasn't it? Anyways, Elsie, I thank you so much for all your hard work. Now if you excuse me, I'll be relieving you of those files.
Sure thing. Glad I was able to help. Be sure to give me a call every now and then, alright?
So, how was it? Did you get acquainted with Elsie?
Yes, Miss Green, I got the files from her and everything. But one thing's for sure, we definitely need to work on your clientele.
Let's see now. I traveled all the way out here to the middle of nowhere following this map. There's supposed to be an ancient tomb here somewhere that'll take me to where Nephthys is located. If Leda's map was accurate, this ancient tool is supposed to lead its master to have his or hers one wish granted for anything. At long last, I finally made it. Though it took the whole day of trudging through blistering winds and scorching deserts, I finally made it.
Raggle fraggle raggle fraggle raggle fraggle rar.
Impossible. You must be the pseudo creature I heard so much about in the ancient maps. Well, no matter. I know just the way to deal with creatures like you.
Rah! Rah! Rah!
I see now. That was a pseudo. The fact that I encountered such a creature in a place like this could only mean that Nephthys is not too far from here. I'm now finally in the deepest floor of the ruins where the ancient Nephthys is supposed to be located. But this isn't making any sense. Where is she?
Hello there. I am the legendary Oracle Maiden Nephthys. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. I never would have imagined that the Oracle Maiden of Legend would be this beautiful in person.
Oh, stop it. You probably say that to every young woman you come across. So, then, what is it that you desire? Since you were the first to find me, I must fulfill your wishes.
Well, in short, we have a long journey ahead of us. But for now, let's start with getting out of these depressing ruins.
As you command, my master.
Dear Lord, how did we end up here? Just what kind of power do you possess?
I told you before, didn't I? I am the Oracle Maiden of Legend, Nephthys. You're only witnessing a small portion of my powers.
Incredible. Truly fascinating. Clearly, the legends were no fallacy. However, in all my excitement, I forgot to introduce myself. I am the former, senior member of the Joint Services Agency Khalid Mubarak. It's a pleasure to work beside you.
Wow. You're such an enigma. I get such a mysterious vibe whenever I'm near you. So, tell me, what made you a former member of your agency?
In all honesty, it's the exact reason why I went searching for you. Have you ever had something so precious stolen from you that you'd risk your very life itself to regain it? My late wife and the time I had with her, for example, is that precious entity. Even if it takes the rest of my life, I'll do whatever it takes for both my daughter and I to be with her again.
Oh my. That is tragic. If you don't mind me asking, what was it that ended the life of your beloved? Was it by any chance some sort of illness?
Quite the contrary, actually. Leda was the spitting image of good health and prosperity. But what took her life was the ploy of an unknown assassin who murdered her one night, while I was working the late-night shift at my agency. My daughter, Violet, was staying over a friend's house while this all took place. And for some strange, unexplainable reason, society deems me the true culprit of Leda's demise. That's why I had to take Violet with me to leave my country in order to find a way to get my wish granted. But, not to worry. I didn't search for you just so you could listen to my sob story. I searched for you in order to bring about a change to fate itself. In order to do that, I'm going to need both you and your vast powers.
Such a kind, wonderful soul you are. Even if it takes until the end of time, I vow to do whatever it takes to aid your cause. No matter what, we're going to get that wish of yours granted.
Good morning, dear. I just got up early today to make sure everything was ready for you to go to work.
Oh, Leda. You know exactly what needs to be done, long before it even needs to be. Everything about you is absolutely amazing.
Well, what can I say? It's only natural for a wife to know what her husband's daily routines are. You get up at 6, then shower for a good 30 minutes. Then around 7, you're getting dressed and making your way to the kitchen table. Afterwards, Violet gets situated around the same time for the three of us to sit and eat until 8. That's when you go to work and I drop Violet off at school before 8:30.
I guess when you put it that way, our daily routines aren't very difficult to figure out. So, tell me, ever since we settled down, do you still think about your old job as an archaeologist for the agency?
Well, don't get me wrong. I think about it from time to time. But I'm much happier now than I was before. After all, I did manage to find some valuable artifacts during those days. Like those ancient maps that lead to some kind of mythical treasure.
Oh, that's right. You left them in the car so you could sell them at a historical auction that's supposed to happen this weekend.
Hey, what can I say? If there's a chance to trade in a few dusty old maps to make a fortune, I take the first chance I get.
I agree wholeheartedly. There's no such thing as having too much money. I say we should earn enough money so we won't have to work another day in our lives.
Oh, honey. Speaking of work, you're about to be late for it. I need to hurry and drop Violet off for school.
Oh, sweetie. You're absolutely right. I need to head out to work and fast. What? Was it something I forgot?
I know you're not going to leave without giving me my parting gift.
Of course, you're absolutely right. Where's my mind going today?
Now, that's more like it. Have a great day at work, dear.
So, it was only a dream. However, it felt as if Leda was actually still here with us. No, I can't give in yet. I'll do whatever it takes to get my wish granted to be with Led again. Alright, so let me get this straight. Nephthys told me she was going to add more followers to the fold in order to aid our cause. However, I'm very curious as to who would be able to help renegades like us to get our wishes granted. Yes, what is it?
Master, I'm so excited to see that you're up and about. I have just the remedy for adding members into our group.
Really? Then, I wonder why you needed blood samples from me for some kind of experiment. Just what were you planning on doing with those samples anyway?
I assure you, Master. All will be explained in the underground laboratory. All right. Now that you're here, allow me to reveal our first new set of members to our group. Aso, my dear. Would you be so kind as to introduce yourself to our master?
Hello, Father. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mubarak.
Nephthys, what have you done? Is this the reason why you needed my blood samples? Just so you could make more clones who share my DNA? More importantly, why is this clone calling me father?
Oh, come now, Master. Different methods aside, it did take both a man and a woman to create her, correct? Also, I've never seen blood samples as unique as yours. Though your samples produced only 2 pseudo, they've emerged as strong, complete humanoid beings.
Wait, there's 2 of them?
Of course. I'd like to introduce you to Aso's twin brother, Ramses.
Hello, Father. It's a pleasure to meet you.
The day just keeps getting stranger and stranger as we go.
By the way, Master, even though I have a few more blood samples in my personal keepsake, would you mind if I made a pseudo from Violet, as well? Her unusually pale pigmentation along with the powerful aura she emits, makes her a remarkable specimen to study.
Now, Nephthys. I know you're very curious about the child, but we need to set some boundaries. Creating pseudo from my samples is one thing. However, I strongly forbid you from ever doing that with my daughter, no matter what. Do you understand?
As you command, my master. Now if you're willing, I'd like you to head to the battlefield to see what your new pseudo are capable of. Rest assured, you will be greatly pleased with their powers.
Very well then. Aso, Ramses, let's head out to see what you 2 are capable of.
As you command, Father.
As you command, Father.
All right, Aso. Nephthys has informed me a great deal about both you and your brother's powers. I'm very curious to see all your skills and abilities for myself. Since we're all in a secluded location, there's no need for you 2 to hold back. Please, show me the full extent of your powers.
As you command, Father. We will demonstrate to you our full splendor.
Yes, we will not falter or hold back on your orders.
Brother, I know Father told us not to hold back. But, do you think we overdid it a bit?
We're just following our orders, sister. What else can I say?
Amazing. Simply incredible. What destructive power. With enough of that raw energy, I can easily overthrow the Joint Services Agency and perhaps the entire world.
Oh my. What happened to this area? Wasn't there a forest here earlier?
What do you mean? You called the pseudo out here for me to bear witness to their abilities. And my dear, they did exactly just that. If enough pseudo were created, we will have the power the Joint Services Agency could only dream of. Don't you see, Nephthys? We finally have the power to stand against our adversaries.
Master, I believe you're going about this the wrong way. I designed these pseudo to protect and serve you. By the way you're speaking, it's as if you're plotting world domination.
Nephthys, my dear. I'm failing to see what's making you so upset. Your pseudo are doing exactly everything you programmed them to do. However, I suppose I wasn't clear about the severity of our current situation. The Joint Services Agency isn't an organization of casual regulars. They're paranormal case solvers who each possess special abilities. They are the people who hunted me down like a wild animal, and we're going to have to fight against them sooner or later. If there's a chance I can obtain the power they can only dream of, I'll take the first chance I get. And you, servant, will help me to do just that regardless of your personal beliefs. Understand?
Then, tell me, Master. Just how many pseudo do you plan on cultivating for your cause?
I'd say a nice-sized army would be a good start. However, in that army, I'd like an elect group of strong pseudo to appoint as generals. As powerful as Asso and Ramses are, those two alone still aren't enough to fend off the agency.
As you command, Master. I shall fulfill your wishes. As followed, Master, I've returned to introduce these 3 new strong pseudo into our group. These pseudo were created from 3 agency members who were caught by Asso and Ramses when they were snooping around our hideout. The first of our new 3 goes by the name of Flint the Trick Master.
Hello, Master. It's a pleasure to meet you. I am the one and only Trick Master Flint.
My, quite the eccentric personality you have there. So, tell me, what special abilities do you have?
Let's see. I'm very good at controlling chaotic magic, and I'm a master of deception. However, getting physical isn't exactly my forte.
There's no reason to fret, Flint. Your profound magical prowess and keen intellect is exactly what makes you stand out. Rest assured to leave all the heavy lifting to your partner, Klaus.
Master, yes. Klaus, my name is the strongest pseudo I am.
What a unique pseudo you are. I've never met a green giant quite like you before. Tell me, what are your powers?
Super strength and earth powers I possess. Brains and trickery I struggle at.
Very intriguing. You and Flint are the exact opposite of one another. Very interesting.
Finally, Master. Last but certainly not least, we have Noel the Blade Goddess.
Greetings, Master. My name is Noel. I am the swiftest pseudo ever created, and I am a master of swordplay.
Well, you've certainly caught my attention. Tell me, what other skills do you have up your sleeve?
Oh my. How did I forget to mention this? I also possess the power to control wind along with my superior speed. However, I must be honest. If an enemy excels at distant combat and can make obstacles, sometimes my speed alone isn't enough to defeat them.
Hey, it's just as Nephthys said earlier. There's nothing for any of you 3 to be ashamed of. We're not designing lone wolves to fight for us. We're searching for balanced teams, and that's where you 3 come in. Also, I excel at distant combat because I became a sharpshooter while I was in the agency. Since I'm not very mobile, I compensate for this by either hiding in a discreet place or shooting from a very far distance.
Incredible. You and I fight in the exact opposite way. Perhaps we can learn from one another.
Indeed we can. Since we're going to fight and grow as a family, I'd like to officially name this organization my old family name, the Mubarak. And with each of our powers combined, we will become a force so great that the Joint Services Agency will cower at the very mention of our name. So, what do you say, everyone? Are you in?
I'm gamed. Let's do it.
My strength to protect you I'll use.
Of course, Master. Both my blade and myself are yours to command.
Of course, Master. I must fulfill your wishes.
Excellent. Absolutely brilliant. This will be the start of a new beginning, ladies and gentlemen.
So, that's what it is. You call yourselves Mubarak now. Impressive. Let's see what Lady Scarlet has to say about this.